So it is my distinct pleasure to engage you this morning and welcome you to the official launch of this session, 2025 CARICOM Young Professionals Programme. I know Michelle has said it's been a long time in the making, so you should all be honored that you're here, that you got here, and that we're ready to get the ball rolling on what it means to be a CARICOM Young Professional and the CSME. So the program is definitely an initiative that reflects CARICOM's ongoing commitment to regional integration, youth leadership, and sustainable development. This program, in partnership with the EU as part of the 11th EDF, was born from a clear recognition that young people and young professionals are not just the future of the region, you're already shaping it. You're already doing the work. Across our member states, we see young leaders stepping into roles of consequence, living and driving innovation, advocating for justice, leading climate action, leading social change, and championing economic development. Now, the CYPP, CARICOM Young Professionals Programme, is designed to build on this momentum by equipping you with some of the necessary skills that Caribbean professionals will need. The tools, the network, the insights, the things that you need to lead across borders and across sectors, because that's what you'll be doing. Now, the program creates a structured space for your professional growth, regional learning, and service. You'll have opportunities to engage with organizations here in Guyana while you're here, but also when you go home, you'll have opportunities to engage with the ones nationally as well as in a cross-border way. It will provide you with opportunities to engage in experiential learning, policy dialogue, mentorship, because we all need mentors, and skills development, all while contributing meaningfully to the work of the CARICOM Secretariat and its institutions. Now, the curriculum reflects, I guess, our shared collective values. It's practical, it's participatory, and it's rooted in regional realities. You'll have case studies, you'll have real problems that need solving, you'll be exposed to people who are really, walking the walk and have experiences to share with you. And I encourage you to ask questions, seek out knowledge on your own. This curriculum has been designed with young adults in mind, and that means that we are expecting you to take charge of your own learning in many ways. Now, the program also introduces emphasis on innovation and emerging markets, and like I said earlier, cross-sectoral collaboration, recognizing that the region's challenges require interdisciplinary thinking. No one can do it on their own. So we're really excited to see how you'll engage, how you'll contribute, how you'll grow throughout this process over the next few months. And we recognize that you already represent diverse fields and interests and experiences, but you all share a commitment to the region, to excellence, to regionalism, and to collective progress. So as we begin this journey together, I really invite you to lean in, be fully engaged. I know both Michelle and Beverly encouraged you to really take a hold of this opportunity and take it to where you need it to go. Take the learning that will be given to you, but run with it. So I think that this year's program comes at a very critical moment. The Caribbean has been navigating intersecting pressures of climate change, lots of economic uncertainty. Regional migration is always a thing. And some of us are still in post-pandemic recovery in some ways. Now, all of this is happening alongside global shifts in diplomacy. We see what's happening. Technology has been running away from some of us that still don't have internet in all of our countries. So there's lots that's going on. Even in Guyana, we have the urgency of things like the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy that has heightened tensions. But CARICOM, of course, has reaffirmed its support for Guyana amid some of these issues. But all of this brings lots of shifting trade dynamics. We see things happening between the US and China. We see those tensions. All of this presents both challenges and opportunities for the Caribbean's integration. And it really does rely on young emerging leaders to take us into the next chapter and build those partnerships for a Caribbean that can thrive. So it's finding those opportunities, and CSME offers a lot of opportunities that we need to recognize, that we hope you'll learn some more of over the coming week, over the coming months. There's the opportunity of free movement and mutual recognition of skills, opportunities for cross-border entrepreneurship. All of this information is not just useful for you, it really is vital as you navigate the region. So a little bit about the young professionals who are joining us, for those in the room who haven't had the opportunity of engaging them just yet. They're all under 35 and represent a vibrant cross-section of the Caribbean's talent pool, emerging leaders from diverse fields. I can't wait to get to learn a bit more about what you do back home so that we can see how much we can leverage all of that for your own learning and for our collective learning and progress over the coming months. But they're drawn from across CARICOM member states and bring with them not only academic and professional expertise, but I can tell a deep, deep, deep commitment to the region's success. So let's get to a quick overview of the curriculum now that I've said all that I needed to say. We go to the first. I just have 2 quick slides. If you use the keyboard, okay, just press the arrow down. So at the heart of this program is a curriculum that I've lovingly called CSME Navigators Curriculum. Because I think, you know, together we're navigating a journey. Oh, that's tiny. We're navigating a journey together. It's a learning journey. We're journeying across territories to do lots of great things. But it's a dynamic and participatory learning journey designed to deepen young professionals' understanding of CARICOM and the CSME, of its missions, its mechanisms, while all building practical skills for regional engagement. So we'll be talking about the CSME, of course, trade, development, governance, diplomacy, seeking out opportunities for cross-border collaboration. You'll have opportunities for interactive sessions, field visits together, as well as within your own country teams. You'll have mentorship sessions, stakeholder engagement activities starting today. And the curriculum just empowers you to navigate the regional integration architecture, but also influence and strengthen it where possible. So it's a bridge theory with real world application. So it's a blended learning journey. It's aiming to foster action-oriented learning. And the curriculum itself focuses on the key tools that you'll need to navigate this journey as CSME navigators. Now, could we hop to the next slide, please? Okay, so the program and the curriculum and how it's designed, I call this Spark, Stretch, Shift, Sustain, 4 S's. Now, I am a youth development professional at heart. There's actually somebody in the room that was a student of mine at UG, and you'll hear from him a little later. But youth development is a passion of mine, and I think this program really presented an opportunity to be anchored in positive youth development. So in this regard, you'll be building your competence, you'll be building your confidence, you'll be building your character, you'll be building connections, not just with content, but with each other. And we hope to ignite within you some form of caring not just for the CSME, but for each other as young professionals, for country, for region. Now, the methodologies used in this curriculum pulls on those things, pulls on theories of experiential learning to first start with a spark. Now, we're all adults. We only learn about things that we're interested in or have to learn. And we hope that you're in this room because this is something that you're interested in. So we hope to be able to spark by igniting curiosity and connection. Now, the learning process, especially for adults, begins with a hook, a question, something that you want to find out more about. A personal story, a community challenge, a moral dilemma, or a real world issue or scenario. And we're hoping that through these sessions, we're able to ignite that spark, introduce you to some big question that you need to answer, a problem that you need to solve. And then we go to the stretch. So now that that curiosity has been ignited, now it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. And with that is where we'll be giving you new concepts, new tools, new skills. You'll have activities that challenge your assumptions and push you beyond your comfort zone, encourage your active questioning and exploration of a new topic. So for this, you'll have things like debates, simulation activities, engage in some difficult conversations, and we will build your technical skills as part of that stretch. Now, when we get to that stage of learning, we're looking at the shift. How is this new information, this new experience going to change me? During that shift is where your reframing will have active processes of reflection and critical reframing. How do I see, how is this going to change me in any way? So this is where you pause to process what you're experiencing, what you're learning. You identify your own shifts in your belief system, in your understanding, and make sense of contradictions or insights. So you'll be journaling, you'll be storytelling, you'll be sharing your own thoughts with each other, with yourselves, and with your mentor. If you have one, that's great. If you don't, we can talk about that. Mentorship is something that we hope to promote a bit throughout the months that we're together. Now, the last stage in this cycle, and it might make much sense to you here, but every session includes an element that sparks, stretches, shifts, and sustains. So the last element is sustain. This is where we're embedding learning and taking action. This is where you're developing real-world application of your learning, things that are going to change your lives, your communities, your organizations. Great, we're talking about, traveling across the country to another country to develop a business. At this stage is where maybe you might want to dip your feet into starting a business in a cross-border context. The focus here is on sustainability and long-term transformation, supported by actionable plans, presentations, mentoring opportunities. But this is where you're designing and leading your next steps. How is this going to affect your life? Not just in the creation and sustaining of a network, but how is this changing you? What's in it for you, and how are you going to get there? That's where we'll have you presenting your ideas, your plans, your projects, your proposals. So every session, every engagement, every day is following this continuum of learning. So the strength of the program really does rely on how far you are going to take things, how far you're going to take your learning, how much you're willing to show up, not just every day that you're here in Guyana, but for every day that we're meeting online, because we'll be meeting often. And it will show in how much you engage with the experts that you'll have at your disposal and that you'll be introduced to. So show me, show us, show yourselves that you're committed to the region. It's not just showing up here in Guyana today, but it's what you do over the coming weeks, the coming months, and even beyond. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you to our resource persons that you'll hear from a little later. But we know that we all could have been somewhere else today, but we're choosing to be here. We're choosing to take a step forward when it comes to our commitment to the region. So let's just keep remembering that every day that we're here, not just this week, but in the coming months. So welcome to the CARICOM Young Professionals Programme of 2025.